Hello everyone out there in EB Nation, this is just a quick warning to let you know that this episode for the Avengers Age of Ultron contains lots of spoilers, so you might want to proceed with caution. Enjoy.
Alright, we're all dialed in. Everybody's ready. Okay, Benson's will leave this in. Hey there, true believers. Welcome to a very special episode of the Entertainment Buddhacast, where we make you a better geek one post at a time. And that time right now is the Age of Ultron. That's all we're talking about tonight. It's the Avengers Age of Ultron, the highly anticipated sequel to one of the biggest action movies ever. And with me on my Avengers squad, calling in from down in Florida, is Anna. Avengers Assemble. Anna, there she is. Also joining us is
I guess in this case I should be known as Febzilla, not Anna.
Febzilla?
Febzilla reporting for duty.
Is that your Avengers handle? I like it. It's tough. It's like Gamora. You're just like one of the most dangerous women in the galaxy. Also joining us from the West Coast branch of Entertainment Buddha is our EIC, Matt Haywood.
It sounds like you're broadcasting from the moon, my man, but I think you just brought up my name. So, hello, everyone. I am Groot.
The moon. I don't know. The Avengers never had a branch out there. They were in California, though, for the Avengers West Coast, but we don't talk about that. Anyway, let's start going around the table.
Oh, dude, I mean, it's literally
like
you and me,
grade,
and I see an
stars.
icon on Justin's that basically says his is fucked. Oh, fearless leader, are you there?
Am I drifting out?
Oh, hardcore.
Yeah. Should we start again?
I don't know what it is. It's whenever Justin's on these, it cripples the entire Skype ecosystem.
I'm in like a weird shield.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know like what fucking internet you have or what else is going on in your apartment or house, but it's sucking up some serious bandwidth.
Chino, what's the cat doing? Who knows?
Yeah, you're better now because they reduced the quality of the Skype feed, so let's do it.
Should we just power through?
Oh yeah, fuck it. Who cares?
See what Benson's. All right, it's up to you, Benson's. Anyway, as I was saying on my end, but nobody knew that because I was in my little bubble. Just go around, letter grade out of 100, 4 star, 5 stars, whatever. Just give it your overall and then like your 3-sentence review. Anna, go. Alphabetical.
90. Too much. Too long. Loved Ultron.
That's fair.
We're talking about 50 Shades of Grey, right?
Fuck that shit. Hated it.
I don't want to talk about that because I actually read it.
Oh, I watched the movie. I went with my friend, and I've never read the books.
Sure, you know your husband wanted to go.
Oh, no. Trust me, I was disappointed in the movie. I'm like,
I hated it.
I just didn't think it was fair for her to be naked all the time, and they didn't even show his penis. I'm just being real.
Hey, come on, Anna. We know there's no dicks in Hollywood. I mean, it's only bush shots and ass at this point.
Yeah.
You gotta go to Tube Glory to get that stuff.
So that took an interesting turn, but
yeah.
So you thought
Age of
Ultron
was
too
better
long,
than
huh?
50 Shades.
I hope so.
Yeah, I thought it was too long. I mean, there was a lot thrown in there, but I get it. I mean, I guess the Avengers.
What was the runtime? Was it 2 hours? I didn't feel like it was 2.5.
It was close.
It was definitely close to 2. Let's see what Fandango has to say.
Well, while she's looking that up, Matt, what's your elevator pitch for this?
It's 2 hours and 21 minutes.
That was close.
Right on. It's like half of a Lord of the Rings movie. Okay, well, I mean, honestly, it's a fucking comic book movie, so it instantly is at least an 80 plus in my mind, because, I mean, you can't, well, I guess you can make shitty comic book movies, but even shitty comic book movies still aren't as shitty movies.
Like Daredevil?
Yeah, like I would still
Four.
watch
Fantastic
that
Four.
over like going to 50 Shades of Grey. That's my point, is that, you know... And speaking of Fantastic Four and Daredevil, believe it or not, I was looking this week on some Blu-rays. I'm like, you know, I feel like watching those for some reason. And sure enough, on Amazon, there's a tri-package Blu-ray of both Fantastic Fours and Daredevil. So guess who's buying that?
Yeah, because how else are they going to sell it to you?
Please don't.
I mean...
They're horrible.
Well, again,
they are so
these
bad.
are comic book movies that came out pre-good comic book movies, you know, and I don't remember the Fantastic Four films being as god-awful as people make them out to be these days. I also haven't watched them in probably 10 years, but...
It is. They were showing... I don't know where it was, Fantastic Four, and I was like, "Oh yeah, let me watch this again." Oh
yeah, it was on
horrible.
FX this week. That's one of the reasons I was like, I feel like watching that again on Blu-ray, but whatever. So
the writing.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to Age of Ultron. It's to me probably 85, 90. Like I said, I mean, it's a fucking comic book movie directed by Joss Whedon that stars RDJ. What else do you need? I mean, that instantly right there, you're an above average movie. So. I didn't think it was too long, honestly. I mean, again, I could sit there and watch that shit all day. I would have liked to. I would have even taken some more. I mean, I would have let it approach a Peter Jackson size, you know, Lord of the Rings movie. Some of the shit that I did not like, there was a few weird like character interactions. I really thought the whole. By the way, there's probably might be spoilers throughout this cast, people, but
probably
the whole shit where Thor kind of goes off on a tangent and basically just takes his shirt off and sits in a like a hot tub in the bottom of a cave and screams.
Pit.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck was that? I mean, I guess I didn't really get that shit, like why they needed to do that and his vision and whatever and this, that, and the other thing. I guess Loki was supposed to be in it instead of Heimdall, but. That was a weird part. I thought that at the end where Scarlet Witch was like, oh yeah, now I'm going to rip your fucking heart out and just does it. I'm like, well, why didn't you do that, you know, an hour ago before he airlifted Sokovia into the stratosphere? But outside of that, it kicked ass. I mean, favorite parts, obviously, it's always going to be the Hulk. The first Avengers movie is what finally developed my love for the big green guy. I like Ruffalo's portrayal of him. I like the whole thing with him and Black Widow. I thought that was great, even though some people are giving Whedon shit for making Black Widow just a love interest. I don't believe that. I think she's still a badass. But I love the Hulk. And those moments where he's all fucking worked up after going green and she gets sent in to kind of calm him down. And he's sitting there like pouting and fucking breaking stuff. I love those little moments, and hopefully we get to see more of the Hulk someday, even though he kind of disappeared in his little, are those Quinjets or like modified Quinjets, Justin? Or is that just called the Avenger jet?
No, I mean, they call it the Quinjet.
So hopefully that means he's going to get a standalone movie at some point in time. Who knows? We know Planet Hulk, it's not really a done deal. I think the Hulk could get a standalone, even though some other people's don't. But it's a good fucking movie. I'm going to see it again this weekend with my mom.
I think the standalone issue has to do with rights.
It's something with Universal owns a piece of the Hulk.
I think if Marvel had the rights, they would have put out a new Hulk movie out.
It's weird
because
they did the one with Ed Norton, like that's considered Marvel Phase 1 or whatever. But after that, I mean, they just scrapped like, fuck it, the Hulk's never getting his own movie again.
Well, wasn't Iron Man Paramount too? I mean, back then it was this weird nebulous where they had to team up to do it, but now it's all Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
So I mean, what about you guys? I mean, Justin, you're the guru. Do you think a Hulk standalone could be more successful than the previous two?
That's a tough sell. I mean,
is it just because as a character he's kind of boring? I mean, as Banner, he's just this mild-mannered, geeky scientist, and then as the Hulk, he's just smash. You know, he doesn't really do much besides smash.
Well, yeah, I mean, the big stories with Hulk is usually dealing with his Jekyll and Hyde kind of personality. I mean, the easy pick for the standalone would be the Planet Hulk, where he gets ejected into space and then he comes back and freaks out and beats everybody up. but I feel like they've already kind of done that. Like the first Avengers was pretty much them trying to control the Beast, and then you can't really do it again. I mean, the one cool story that they just wrapped up in the comics actually was, throughout the years there have been other gamma-powered people, and the Hulk was fused with something that he had. He was super smart and the Hulk at the same time, and he was going through and eliminating all these other Hulks. So he'd have like these huge battles, and then he'd inject them with this serum that would take away their gamma powers. So he was just like this madman going around. And
is that a recent thread? Because I know
that just finished.
Isn't he like somewhat with it during the Planet Hulk run? I mean, I remember there's like a couple of House of Marvel issues are part of that or something. I started reading or whatever, but he seemed like Bruce Banner, Hulk, whatever. It seemed like he was had his shit together, and he was almost in like a position of power over others.
Yeah, like over the years, his personality changes. He was gray again for a while as Joe Fixit. He was.
They're supposed to have him gray in this movie when Scarlet Witch bewitched him.
Well,
he was supposed to like turn gray.
I heard, not to go into another tangent, but some of the things that I know were cut out. There was a ton of Thor stuff that was cut out, which would have explained, all that weird crap.
Well, yeah, I mean Loki was in it. He got cut from what Whedon said.
But I mean, as far as a Hulk standalone, I don't know. I think they're gonna try and rotate all the guys out. All the guys that we have now, I think they're gonna try and rotate them out.
So I guess that goes back to Age of Ultron, and we haven't gotten to Justin's recap yet. But real quick, I mean, at the end, when they're like, "Oh yeah, here's the new team," Whedon also said he wanted to have Spider-Man there, Captain Marvel, and someone else, but they couldn't get it done with rights.
Spider-Man would have been cool, but...
Well, that would have been huge. I mean, if they would have got a shot of fucking Spidey, because I don't think if it's really not for Marvel Mighty Heroes, I'm not even that well versed on who the fuck Captain Marvel is. So I've been like, all right, who's that? But obviously Spider-Man, people have been like, oh shit.
Yeah, that game's really opened up your
big time.
Your
like I never knew
Marvel.
Thanos.
Right.
I never knew Thanos had a son.
Yeah, he's been around.
He's a pussy though. I'll tell you right. I'm going to go on record. Thane is a little
He's a slut.
bitch.
How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, the whole slut thing with Black Widow. I mean, come on, people. Get over it.
I thought that was so stupid. I mean, and I had friends on Facebook like, oh, that was so disrespectful. I'm like, first and foremost, if you know Black Widow's history, number one, yeah, within context, she is a slut. She's been linked to how many Avengers, and get over it.
She's a fucking comic book character.
Right. And not only that, but
it's not real.
The one thing that I wish like a lot of women would kind of stop with is, oh, Black Widow, it's like she's so empowering and all this stuff. It's like you really don't want to look up to her, because if you look at the context of her story, I mean, she was trained to be an assassin, and her graduation is they make her sterile. Who wants to look up to someone?
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that's not my role.
Did you guys
model,
watch Agent Carter?
Some of it.
Yes.
Yeah, they kind of loop that in with the Natasha flashbacks.
I mean, I get it. I mean, it's nice to have a woman and be a part of, these group of men and hold her own, but at the same time, like, you just can't take these things and run with them and think that like feminists are making some like grand argument, because they're really not. I mean, I'm sorry, you're not.
I just like Renner. It was either earlier this week, yeah, I think like Monday or something. He was on another show, and he was on Conan. Yeah, he went into it again. He's like, yeah, she's a slut. He's like, I got in internet trouble. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I loved it.
Right. That's basically like what he was saying, and then I don't know, Conan was saying something, and Renner tells him like, yeah, you're a slut too if you go and you sleep with all of these guys. So it's like, come on,
Plus, anyone
they're
that
doing
wants
press junkets.
Yeah, they're bored as fuck. They're annoyed. They hate it. I mean, look at RDJ. He bailed on the one, and he was on Stern.
That guy was being a schmuck.
Yeah, but that guy was being a dick.
He was great.
Like,
he was on Stern a week after, and he essentially, Howard asked him about it, and he just tore in that guy. He's like, yeah, he's a syphilitic parasite scumbag. And it's like, there you go. Let it out.
I mean, and that's my opinion on the whole Black Widow thing. It's
Well,
just
Hulk
like,
really does. I mean, he must have a huge penis, so she obviously likes her meat large.
Well, apparently, she wanted the zucchini or whatever.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that line.
Like, what was that?
Yeah, was it Tony Stark said it, right?
Hide the zucchini.
Yeah, you guys play.
Yeah.
Don't play hide the zucchini.
So, and I mean, not to, of course, like go into another tangent, but like there were people that I knew that were actually upset about the prima nocta joke that Tony Stark made when they were trying to pick up the hammer. And I'm like, that's funny. And number two, I don't even think prima nocta is a real thing. It's from Braveheart. And when I was trying to look into it, I'm like, there isn't really anything in there about like rape. It's just kind of like a rite of passage thing in the town where it's
if
like,
you're the king, you're allowed to bang everyone's newly wed wife.
right. I mean,
good to be
it's
the
just
king.
one of I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the things pertaining to women as a whole were just completely blown out of proportion, and I think people just need to calm the fuck down.
Every group wants to be
it's
heard
just
these days. I mean, it's like I'm just getting sick of the game industry in total because that's all people care about now is controversy and bullshit.
Right. I mean, and it's stupid. It's really stupid. It's really dumb, and I think people should just take it for what it is, and it's just entertainment, and that's it. And you're getting really, really
Get a sense of humor, motherfuckers.
Character.
All right, Justin. Now that we just shit all over your cast, how about you tell us your summation of the movie?
Well, now,
let's get a real comic book fan's opinion on Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I'd give it like an A, like 5 maybe. It was good. It was not the best Marvel movie, that's for sure. I'm still kind of torn on whether I think it was better than the first one or not. But the problems that I thought, it was way too long. It was way too long in the sense that they're really trying to set almost every other Marvel movie for like the next 5 movies, and they've never really done that before. And it ruined a lot of the pacing. Like the Thor stuff, we went on this weird wild tangent with Thor.
Well, yeah, supposedly some of that shit's going to relate to Ragnarok or whatever.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're setting
which
up
is
the
years
next Thor
away.
movie. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing it now, and then the stuff in Wakanda was setting up for Black Panther, that's even like how many movies away?
Yeah, I didn't even know that. What's his name? He's coming back. Like I thought he got fucking killed, but
no. That's like his character's thing. He's
he's a real character.
Off.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I did read a little bit of that, and then he replaces it with like vibranium sword or something.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole reason they went to Wakanda is because that's where they get vibranium, and then that's going to lead into Black Panther. But I mean, he's going to be in Civil War, but he's got his own solo movie coming out, in a while.
Yeah, I really, like you, I really felt like they tried almost too hard to set up the Civil War, especially the divide between Cap and Tony. I thought the one scene where, they're bringing the Vision to life, and then that's where literally the line is drawn in the sand, but you got Bruce, Tony, and Thor saying, yeah, we need him, and then, Cap and Black Widow and someone else, no, we don't, and they actually, like, go to blows. I mean, they start fighting each other over it. Until Thor's just like, fuck it, I'm a god, and smacks Mjolnir down on the coffin and brings him to life.
The mighty Mjolnir. Well, the only thing I didn't like is that at the end of Ultron, I don't feel like there's a tension anymore. I feel like they're like, we have differences, whatever.
Right.
So it's not like it leads into Civil War.
No, yeah, you're exactly right. It felt like, I guess he had to end it on a high note. Most movies these days have to end positively. But yeah, even Cap and Tony, they're like all jovial at the end, wrapping up at the new Avengers base. So
yeah, but
I agree.
With this being the second Avengers, they could have done. Here's the other deep dive: is that every movie in Phase 2 has had somebody getting their arm ripped off or dislocated or something, and they're doing that because of Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, Star Wars. Feige's a huge fan.
Why didn't they just end Avengers 2 where things are like lead this into Civil War. Just have it end kind of bad, and then Civil War happens, and then Infinity War, and they all get together. And
when is Civil War? I mean, that's like what, 2017?
No, that's 1 year. That's almost exactly 1 year away.
Okay, that's going to be the May Marvel movie then.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's technically Captain America 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What's the other one then? What's going to be the summer Marvel movie?
For what, this year?
2016.
This year's Ant-Man, and then next year's Cap.
Isn't it? And Thor?
Well, they
There's
usually
Thor.
do like a May one and then a midsummer. Like last year, we got Winter Soldier and then Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's not Black Panther, is it?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't remember.
Don't we have a picture?
I'm
of this
sure we have
somewhere?
like
Somewhere.
1,000 of them on the website, but why the fuck would we use the internet to look up information like this? Let's just keep conjecturing over it.
Yeah, if it's not already in my head, I don't care.
Right.
All right, so Justin, you thought it was too long.
Too long. They're trying to set up too much. Did you guys see it in 3D or 2D?
Dude, I mean, I know.
I saw it both.
I'm not. This isn't a popular opinion, but I am a huge fan of 3D. So definitely digital 3D for me.
I don't know if it was the fact that I saw it in 2D, but I thought a lot of the CGI looked kind of blocky. Like it didn't look really smooth.
I mean, I didn't get that. I mean, I'm going to go see it again this weekend
I
on
thought,
IMAX
like-
3D. So that'll be the true test.
So I like the intro and everything, but like the one shot of them just kind of like flying looked so bad. I'm sorry, it looked absolutely horrible. I mean,
It was a little
cool.
too comic booky. Like they're trying to almost recreate a panel action shot.
Well, no. Like I liked that, but I mean, as far as like the CGI and like the special effects to make that entire scene happen, it looked shitty.
Probably would have been better if they erased like Black Widow and Hawkeye because they're not really super powered. Where the other guys, it would make sense if they're flying across the screen like pimps.
Well, Hawkeye, like even he brought it up. Like he's a terrible character in these movies. Like he even
It's
says
like
he's
the
"Yeah, I have
inside
a bow and
joke.
arrow."
But-
Yeah, he's like, I'm a loser, basically.
I mean,
And I absolutely loved that scene. Like that was probably one of my favorite scenes where he's trying to convince
Hawkeye was like the
Scarlet
fucking
Witch.
glue of the movie. I mean, he brought
Right.
the new guys in and kind of encouraged them to do the right thing. And
Well, I think they also. I mean, I haven't read the recent release on Hawkeye, but I think some of it may have even come from there because I know his standalone stuff is pretty good. I have it. I just haven't read it because I have a backlog. of
I
everything.
default all comic book impressions to Justin Ludwig. So
no, I mean, from what I've always heard is this Hawkeye is like the ultimate comics Hawkeye, where he's like the good soldier. I mean, the one
Yeah.
you're talking about, he's kind of like a jackass, and he's like just goofing off. I mean, that's typical Hawkeye, but whatever. The other thing I didn't really care for was the Hulk romance. I felt like was forced. Like it kind of came out of nowhere.
So, this is my question to you, Justin. Then, do you feel that if they didn't include the romance, that they wouldn't be able to set up the Hulk running off on his own?
No, you're
then
right. That's exactly why they did it. Is they needed to give
Right?
the Hulk a reason to be sulky and to have something to run away from. He gets close to Black Widow, and then things go bad, and he kind of has to run away because he sees himself as the monster.
Right, but I mean he's always known that, so I don't understand why they needed a romance to I guess for him to come to that realization.
I'm kind of like,
I'm a monster.
Banner knows he's a fucking freak and he hates himself. I mean, that was established in the first movie. I think they did the romance, and I didn't mind it much, but it was to show how they're able to kind of bring the Hulk in and somewhat control him. And not just make him some fucking big green lunatic that goes around and destroys everything. And that was, hey, Black Widow, she can tame him. She can put him to sleep, get him to relax. And that's how their bond developed and blah, blah, blah.
I mean, I didn't hate within the context of the movie, the romance.
What do they call it? Like, hey, do we need a code green or something like that? I mean, they even keep him away because they know the moment he gets pissed off, it's a fucking crapshoot if he's going to try to kill them or tear down a city.
Yeah. I mean,
it's very hard to channel his energy.
They kind of do that in one of the recent comic runs where he works for S.H.I.E.L.D. and they essentially trade him all the like scientific stuff he could ever want, and then in return, whenever they need somebody to go destroy stuff, he has to turn into the Hulk.
Got ya.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just felt forced, but whatever.
I mean, they're technically two characters, right? I mean, that's how it's treated. There's the Hulk who fucking hates Bruce, and there's Bruce who hates the Hulk.
Yeah.
I mean, they're essentially two different personalities in the same body.
Yeah. I did like Paul Bettany. He was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I thought the Vision in general was badass. I mean, I love the costume.
Mm-hmm.
I thought his origin was a little weird. Like, I mean, Ultron was essentially going to port himself into that body, correct? That was at least the way they framed it in the movie. I mean, he wanted to transfer his consciousness to that body so he could have the Infinity Stone and all that other jazz.
Yeah. I mean, that was all right. I mean, the costume looked really great. You're right.
Yeah, sweet. I mean, I thought like I said, he's fucking green and pink Superman, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got the laser beams come out of his face. He's super strong. He can fly. He's got a fucking cape.
What else did I like? Scarlet Witch, the character was good. I don't know about her, but like just
you don't love the youngest Olsen twin, or no, the youngest Olsen sister?
Their accents were pretty terrible.
Shitty as fuck.
They were pretty. I thought they were bad.
Yeah.
They were kind of generic.
I mean, Aaron Taylor Johnson did a little bit better job with the accent, but I thought Quicksilver was stupid, but I thought Scarlet was good, but you're right. I mean, her accent was in and out. They gave him the same
line the entire movie.
Yeah.
You didn't see that coming?
Yeah.
What? You didn't see that coming?
Yeah.
It's like Joss knew he was going to fucking kill him off and just didn't feel to establish him very much.
Well, and I do agree with Justin. I like Scarlet Witch. I like her character. I thought it was pretty cool, and I like the way that they kind of showed her powers.
She's a fucking badass. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, she is powerful as fuck, right? I mean, is she not considered one of the most dangerous special power humans on the planet?
Whoa! She's not a mutant. First off,
yeah,
she's not. She's not inhuman or whatever.
Who knows? I mean, in the movie, I don't know. In the comics, now we really don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if we want to bring S.H.I.E.L.D. into this, which they did connect them together, they visit the prison that the twins were held in at the end of Winter Soldier. And I mean, essentially in the movie, they said they were special humans that volunteered for Strucker's test.
Well, they can't call them mutants because
Fox.
Because of X-Men.
Yeah.
So, and they can't call them Quicksilver or Scarlet Witch because of Fox. So that's why they were just the twins. Mm-hmm. Like, and they never really said any of that.
No, but I mean, like, her power set's really weird, and it's like she's kind of like convenient every once in a while, and she has this, I don't mean to spoil it, but she's going to have a budding romance with Vision. But then, at least in the comics, she kind of freaks out and her reality warping powers go haywire. And that's where we get the big House of M, big crossover where there's like essentially everybody's a mutant in this alternate reality because she freaks out. But I mean, her character I thought was really good. Quicksilver, I don't really think he's important.
You didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, actually, Bush.
I thought there was a lot of humor. A lot of it was good.
Yeah.
Good. There were points good one-liners here or there.
Yeah, there were points that seemed like a little too much, but a lot of it was funny. Like Tony Stark's lines were funny.
I love the shit with Mjolnir. I mean, that was great where, they're sitting around the party and Cap slightly lifts it, and the look on Thor's face is like, oh shit. And then they go back to it when the Vision's around and he's just throwing it around like it's a fucking fake hammer. And Thor's just like, oh fuck. Everyone's just like, okay, this guy's legit because he's tossing around Mjolnir like it's a toy.
Yeah, the whole party scene was really cool.
Stan Lee, one of his best cameos, I think.
Yep.
Kind of over his cameos.
Well, good luck. They're never going away until that man passes away. Yeah,
he's earned it.
That's just like, people look for that now, just like they look for the mid-credit scene.
That was stupid.
I'll do it myself.
It was one of the shorter ones. I mean, I think they kind of had to do it to even to further reinforce the whole bringing in the cosmic universe, and this. Without coming out and saying it, Age of Ultron was really all about the fucking Infinity Stone. All the movies all Phase 2 have been about the Infinity Stones, more or less.
Right, but if everyone knows that's where the end game is at, why do you continue to tease what the end game is?
Yeah.
That just doesn't...
See, they want to make money. I mean, these are licensed to print cash, so why not make as many movies as possible?
I mean, they're going to make money. They're going to make money anyway, but it's just if you already know that Thanos is involved and it's...
Well, we knew that in Avengers 1.
Stuff.
I mean, let's be real. Avengers 1, Thanos is the one kind of setting up Loki, giving him that we now know there's an Infinity Stone, the scepter. He gives it to him and lets him try to do his bidding for him, and then that fucks up. And then the Guardians of the Galaxy, he was trying to get that gem, and that got fucked up. I don't know. I didn't have a problem with it. I would have loved an end credit scene, like a nice double bonus for those that want to sit through the whole credits, but...
Yeah, I did.
I think we've all known Thanos is coming. I mean, straight up. So I didn't really get bent over him saying, all right, fuck it, all you pussies suck. I'm going to do it myself, even though I don't have all the gems. And how many gems are there, Justin? Is it 4, one for each knuckle, or is it 5, like the big one in the middle?
It's none of that. It's 6.
6?
Yep. There's the time gem, the mind gem, the soul gem, the reality gem, the power gem.
So what ones have we seen so far? The mind gem was in Age of Ultron.
Mind gem is from Loki.
Right.
The reality gem is in Thor: Dark World. The power gem was in Guardians.
Okay. Don't we have one more? Oh, the Tesseract. Tesseract.
Yeah, the space gem. So we're missing.
So are we thinking in Ant-Man we're going to get the 5th gem, or is that all Phase 3?
That's Doctor Strange, right? That's where the next one would come from?
That's the next one. That's the next one after...
It would be Doctor Strange. Yeah, because I think that's what's coming out next year as well.
Yeah, that's the one after Cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have the time gem and the soul gem left. So one of those will be Doctor Strange, and then, I don't know, maybe one in Civil War? Who knows?
I did like in Thor's vision, though, when they were showing the 4 Infinity Stones that you've seen, that they were presented in the form that they appeared in the movies. Mm-hmm. I liked that.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. That whole tangent scene was odd, but the fact that he finally realizes what's happening, that there's some... Do we think he knows that Thanos is the one trying to get the stones, or he just senses that, all right, there's something going on in the universe with these stones, and they're all starting to become collected and come together?
Well, even that was pretty convenient, because Thor has this one dream, and he essentially knows everything about the Infinity Gauntlet. He says, oh, yes, there's these stones. They're all being collected. They all have these powers, and one person's going to collect them. I just assumed...
I assumed he learns that in Asgard History 101, because they are the ultimate beings of the, how many worlds? 8 worlds, 9 worlds, 7 worlds?
There's 9 realms.
Aren't they like the kings of all the realms, technically? So you would think, know everything about the galaxy?
Well, there is a gauntlet in Asgard's...
right, so I was going to bring that up, too. There are 2 gauntlets. Thanos has one, but it's not complete. Does Thanos have any of the fucking gems, by the way?
No.
Right? I mean, the good guys always get them back at the end of the movie, so...
But that's why the mid-credit scene is him putting on the gauntlet saying, fine, I'll just do it myself.
Well, that's why there's 2...
He doesn't have any
That's
of
why
them.
there's going to be 2 movies. The first one's probably going to be him beating up everybody and collecting the stones, and then the second movie's everybody beating up Thanos.
Right.
Yeah. Coming together now.
It's all piecing together.
Are you having a vision now, Matt? Is that all making sense?
I am the Vision.
Are you in the Lazarus pit having your little vision with what's his name? Skarsgård?
Yes, Stellan Skarsgård, Dr. Eric. Fucking. So that's not the Lazarus pit. You're just being a smartass, right?
I'm just being an asshole.
That's DC Comics.
Yeah,
right?
that's what Ra's al Ghul uses.
Well, I mean, that's right. You haven't been watching Arrow, so I'm not gonna sing.
Oh, I have. I'm caught up.
Well, Justin's not.
I'm not. No spoilers.
Big shit going on in
dies.
that show.
They all
Big
die.
shit going on in that show.
Well, they all died in the Marvel Comics yesterday, so fair's fair. James Spader was awesome. That was a great pick.
Yes. I agree.
I don't even know who else you could have picked for that role.
Yeah, he was a real good kind of condescending, wise ass type of tone, and I thought Ultron was cool. I mean, I thought he was a cool character, but like I said, if Scarlet Witch could have just at any time ripped his fucking heart out, why didn't she just do that? But hey, it's a movie, right? I mean, there are plenty of films we could say, well, the whole climax would have never happened if just this person did this. But
well, the only thing with Ultron is he's almost too basic. I mean, his desire is essentially, I want to get rid of everybody because I hate humans. And even when we were in our comic discussion group at my local store, when this movie was coming up, we figured, hey, let's read an Ultron story. Well, which Ultron stories should we read? I don't know. There aren't really many of them. So he's a classic villain, but he's not.
Well, I was going to say, he's a
villain.
tried and true self-aware AI. I mean, look at Skynet. It's all the same. Most movies that feature advanced AIs, eventually the AI realizes the only way to have peace is to kill fucking humans. So
yeah.
I didn't think that was very original. Was his second form, larger form, made out of vibranium or not? Or he just used all the vibranium to build that lift?
I thought it was made out of vibranium.
I know, but then Scarlet Witch just fucking opens it like a tin can at the end.
I don't know.
Here's one thing, I don't want to go on all night, but the visions that Scarlet Witch gave the Avengers, Justin, do you believe those were actual potential futures, or did she craft those to scare people?
I don't know. I mean, with Thor's, you'd think that that's going to happen in Thor Ragnarok.
Right. Well, I guess what I'm referring to is Tony's. I mean, his was huge. He's on that space rock that Thanos has his throne on or whatever. Fucking Cap shield's broke. The Hulk's dying. Black Widow's dead. Thor's dead.
Well, that's probably going to be the first Infinity War movie.
I guess that's why I'm asking. So do you believe these are actual futures that are going to happen?
Probably.
In the cinematic universe?
Probably. I don't see why they wouldn't.
So potentially here, let's just kind of put this out there in La La Land. So at the end of Infinity War Part 1, could we potentially see Tony looking into that portal and seeing all the Chitauri starting to pour into Earth again? I mean, do you think that's where the kind of the end of Infinity War 1 will be? Or is it really just a reality that if Tony doesn't get his shit together, that's going to happen? I mean, I thought that was interesting to think about at least. Because Cap kind of had a flashback. His was stupid. I mean, his vision really wasn't much. Natasha's, again, hers was kind of a flashback. The Hulk just became the Hulk and went fucking apeshit. Thor had kind of a forward-looking vision, and so did Tony.
Yeah, that's weird that two of them were forward and two of them were backward. I don't know. It's like,
that's why I was interested. I mean, I swear to God, that was the same space rock that we've seen in Guardians of the Galaxy and the first Avengers.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Where all their bodies were just piled up in Tony, except for Tony, and then he, sees the portal and all the fucking Chitauri starting to head for it again.
Doesn't Captain America die and then Falcon becomes the new Captain America?
Well, during Civil War, Cap essentially gives up, one of the problems with Civil War, and then he's shot by the girl that's in Winter Soldier. That's the nurse that lives down the hall from him.
Agent 13.
Yeah, she gets brainwashed and she shoots him, and then Bucky takes over as Cap, and then that gets switched, and then Cap gets de-aged, so now he's an old man, and that's why Falcon's Cap. which is another thing I didn't like, that War Machine's in it for like 2 minutes, and then Falcon shows up at the end. He's like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll tag along now.
Yeah, he was at the party, I believe, Falcon too.
Yeah.
But I thought Rhodes had some great moments at the party where he's telling the story about the tank to the Avengers, and they're like, oh, cool, that's it. And then he tells everyone else, and they're like, yeah. And then he gets a few moments in the spotlight during the final battle.
And I just wonder if that's why they had Falcon appear in this one, just kind of.
Well, how many more movies does what's his name have as Cap?
I'm pretty sure this is it.
I think Civil War is the last one.
He'll probably die.
I think Evans is done.
That's why I wouldn't be surprised if he's not dead, if he just gives up.
Which, by the way, if Evans
else.
asked to be written out of this, he's a fucking dope. I mean, if I were any of these actors. Like, I thought, I mean, this is where my mind goes. When I see Quicksilver die, I was like, damn, I bet Aaron Taylor Johnson was fucking pissed when he read the script and saw that he's getting whacked in one movie. Because dude, these people are making millions off of this shit. Millions. And it's like, why quit? I mean, why would you ever want to back out? I mean, that's what RDJ said on Howard. He's like, listen, I had to beg to get this role. This role resurrected my career. He's like, I know what I have. I have a good thing. And even though he's threatened to leave and shit, but he just wanted more money. I don't know why any one of these guys would want to walk away from these roles.
Yeah, but that's just like how Harrison Ford wanted Han Solo to die in Jedi.
Yeah, well, he's just a fucking crotchety old angry guy. He doesn't like any of the movies that made him famous. He doesn't even want to talk about them.
I don't know. Why would you want to continue making the same thing over and over again?
Because I make $20 million a film. That's why I would do it.
It's a big commitment,
well,
though.
then right. I mean, it takes a lot of time out of your life.
What the fuck else are they gonna be doing? Sitting on their Malibu beach house patio, playing with themselves? I mean, fuck. Who cares?
Well, even Hugh Jackman came out and said he's done after this next one.
I mean, I get it. It's a lot of money, but some of these people get into the business to make actual art, not to make money. But that's your opinion, and that's my opinion.
You're saying comic book movies aren't an artistic film, then?
I'm not saying that they're not an artistic film. I'm just saying that at what point do you do something in your life just for money? Then you're doing it for all the wrong reasons, if that's what you want to keep on doing. That's why, it's my opinion, that's your opinion, that's fine.
They're comic book movies. They're fucking awesome. Why would you not want to be in them over and over instead of making some piece of shit that flops that the only people that like it are old white people?
Like I said, your opinion, my opinion.
Name the last good Chris Evans movie that wasn't a comic book movie.
Did you see Snowpiercer?
It's fucking terrible.
Your opinion, my opinion. Are we fucking done with this shit or not?
That movie was dumb as fuck. It had some good violence, but it was just stupid. So yeah, he's not good in that. I guess you could give RDJ. He was good in whatever he did with Bobby, the judge or whatever. Scarlet, I mean, she gets other roles. All I'm saying is, why would you ever want to leave a Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Didn't that Lucy movie make like $250 million?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say it was shitty. I kind of like that one.
I didn't say it. All right, so we've pretty much gave the ins and outs of what we'd like and like. My ultimate question now is, where do you place this on the list of Marvel movies? You can do something simple like it's not as good as blank, but it's better than blank.
I'd put it in the top 5 of the ones released. Probably, I don't know. I mean, to me, my top 2 are going to rotate between Guardians and the first Avengers, I think. Third, it's up in the air. I mean, do you just give it to Iron Man 1 for default because it kicked everything off and it was rad? Or, so like I said, I'll do top 4. It's in there somewhere. It could be 3 or 4 interchangeable.
Yeah, my top 2 are Guardians and Winter Soldier. Probably Iron Man for the same reason, and then this one's probably
I forgot about Winter Soldier. That one's pretty damn good too.
And then but I mean, this is a solid like 4 or 5 around there.
I think Anna actually thought I was being serious, and she's actually mad. Yeah, she bailed.
I'm still here. I didn't bail.
I thought it was
She
fun.
gave
You
me
were
a
like
little
actually
rope-a-dope.
getting angry over that. I was just fucking around. So sorry if you thought I was being mean, but I didn't think.
When you're just being redundant just to be, like, it just gets annoying and it gets old. And, like, I just don't play with that shit. So that's why I was getting annoyed.
All right, well,
So I'm like,
don't
it's
take
my
life
opinion,
so
your
serious,
opinion.
Anna. It's just a podcast, and we're just having fun. So sorry about Snowpiercer. I really wouldn't get too upset over this. But
I'm not upset about that. You just, I have an opinion and you have yours, and I'm respecting
we're doing
yours,
a
and you
radio
just
show.
continue
I'm
to shit
fucking
on
around.
mine.
I'm trying to be somewhat entertaining. I mean, who cares? Jeez.
Okay.
I mean, come on. We're talking about fucking movies. All right. So, Justin, back to you.
Solid 4 or 5. I think that's about where I'd put it. Anna, where do you have it on your slate?
Not in the top 5. It's probably one of the bottom ones.
Just thought it was too long.
Like, it was just too long, and there was just too much in there. I think this one was just trying to live up to the hype, and I think it fell short. As entertaining as
Put
it
an
was.
asterisk on that, but do you think it was better than the first or not as good as the first?
Not as good as the first.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I'm wishy-washy on whether I think it was, but to what you just said, like did they like put
By the
themselves
way, guys, the first Avengers was 2 hours and 23 minutes long.
Oh, so par for the course, I guess. I mean, does Marvel like put themselves into a corner by overhyping this movie? I mean, Ant-Man, that's who the hell knows. But this one, it was just like Age of Ultron, Age of Ultron, Age of Ultron. It's like, unless it's the greatest thing ever, I mean, are they kind of shooting themselves in the foot with all this marketing and stuff?
I think so.
Well, it's already made almost $500 million, so I think they probably got their money's worth.
Yeah, but that's with the overseas stuff like 2 weeks early, too.
So what, the people not in America, they don't count?
No, it's just they've already, like, that total's already in. It's not like it's all happening at the same time. I mean, they've had like a 2 week head start to get all the money.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not like domestic gross.
Yeah.
It opened lower than the first movie, by the way.
Yeah, but look at all the crap that they had to put up with. They had to put up with Pacquiao and the horse race and Cinco de Mayo. That was poor planning. Poor planning.
That fight sucked, by the way. And I hope Pacquiao gets sued or something for lying on his
If you had to
fucking
choose
release
between
form.
paying for the pay-per-view or paying that same amount of money to see Age of Ultron.
I would have watched the movie.
Oh yeah, I mean, I watch both, and in hindsight, I would definitely pay $100 to watch Ultron in a theater by myself or something like that.
Because there are no strings on me.
Yeah, I mean that fight was a joke, but hey, that's because there's no superheroes in it.
Exactly. So speaking of, the sun's getting mighty low. I think we've all completely talked out Avengers, Age of Ultron. I guess the one thing we can leave it with is, which of the future Marvel movies are you now the most excited for? Or I guess is Ant-Man on your radar? Easier question.
It wasn't at first. I'm kind of buying into it now after that second trailer came out. I still think he's an odd character. I mean, we got to rewind to 2007. Remember when Marvel's like, "Hey, we're gonna do our first movie by ourselves, and it's gonna be Iron Man." And everyone's like, "Why the hell would you pick Iron Man to be your first Marvel Studios film?" And look what happened there. And I think Ant-Man may be suffering from the same thing. I mean, he's not a very well-known character, at least to people like me. So I think if people go and it's a good flick, I think it'll get the word of mouth and become very popular. I mean, it's gonna get dollars anyways, just because it's a Marvel movie.
Sure.
But I'm definitely not as jacked for it as I have been for all the other films. And I guess what am I excited for? Probably. Fuck. I mean, I think Civil War, we pretty much already know what's going to happen there, so I'm not like that geeked about that. But the whole Infinity War saga, that definitely has me interested. And of course, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I mean, I can't wait for that shit.
That'll be fun. Anna, what say you?
Civil War.
Civil War. That is going to be a nice slobber knocker, and it's going to be a star-studded thing, because I think they're going to pull out all the stops. They're going to at least put in a bunch of the characters they didn't put
so
in
who
this
the
one.
hell? Who's Martin Freeman going to play then?
That's a great question.
I mean, that cat. I'm like, who the fuck does he play? Unless he's like a scientist or some little nerdy guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who they're
Justin, you're
aiming
supposed to
to
know
put in.
this stuff.
I know.
I rely on you. I mean, what short comic book heroes or villains do we have out there? I'm just kidding. I mean,
I don't even know. I don't like the thing
he's
is,
a great actor, so I mean, you're going to get that. I don't know who the hell he would play.
But I mean, you'd think he'd be teamed with Cumberbatch because they're buddy, but I don't know. Like Doctor Strange has like a little servant guy, but I don't think it's going to be him.
Has it ever been officially confirmed he is Doctor Strange, by the way? I don't think it's ever come out that like he is the guy.
A while ago. I don't know if they officially said it or if it was like, yeah, he might be Doctor Strange. I don't remember. But
see, that's a character right there. I'm like, I have zero interest in him. I don't even know what the fuck he does. He looks like a magician to me. He looks like who's the bad guy in Flash Gordon?
Ming.
Yeah, he looks like fucking Ming.
Emperor Ming. No, I mean, he's kind of like a sorcerer. I mean, that's the one I'm probably the most excited for just because it's going to be different. I mean, Civil War, it'll be fun to see everybody and see what, the schism is, but I think Doctor Strange is just going to be so out there. It's going to be like the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just going to be so out there.
So is he not in like normal Earth universe? Is he out in the cosmic somewhere, or is he on Earth?
He is. It's kind of like alternate dimension mysticism stuff. I mean, he was part of the big kerfuffle with Hickman's Avengers and stuff. He might be a little bit of the cosmic stuff, but what is it? The Soul Gem, I guess, is what we might get out of Doctor Strange. That's my
interesting.
Guess. That's my guess.
That's definitely one where I'm like, yeah, obviously I'll go see it opening weekend, but I have no expectations for it.
You're not going to see it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that'd be ridiculous.
It's just like if they make a Funko, he's not going to
exactly.
buy it.
Fucking Funko. I mean, you got me again this week. I think you alone, just Anna prodding me on Funkos, I've at least spent over $100 on one she's randomly found.
I should just be known as your pusher, your Funko Pop.
Well, it was a
pusher,
good thing because, we got to the store and they're like, listen, man, this one right here, this is the last one. We sold like 40 of them today. On they're only on Star Wars Day, and I did get all 4. Yeah, something cool.
What is the most expensive, like, secondhand Funko?
Like, worth or what I've paid?
Either.
The most I've paid for a single Funko, I believe, is $50.
What?
Yeah.
Could be worse, I guess.
Which one?
It's the Headless Ned Stark from Comic-Con 2011 or 2012.
Those exclusive ones.
Yeah, but I mean, as of last year in the box, I guess it was selling on eBay for like $350, $400.
Flip that shit.
Well, that's the other. I've a lot of the first run DC guys like Shazam and Two-Face, they don't make those anymore, so they're already pushing like $100. So I actually may be collecting something that could have value 500 years from now.
It's like Beanie Babies.
Yeah, exactly. I just got to find another jerk off 20 years from now that loves Funko as much as me. But I am trying to limit myself. I'm getting away from just buying all the ones I think are neat. I'm just going to stick to Marvel, DC,
Why bother?
Star Wars.
Just get them all.
Oh, dude, I can't.
You know you're going to make your little checklist, and there's going to be those little gaping holes for the ones you haven't been picking up, and it's just going to nag at
dude, there's so many I don't have.
But you take them out of the box, though.
Well, I keep all the boxes hermetically sealed in like a plastic tote. Well, the only reason I take Funkos out of the box is because there's no seal. I mean, you can literally take them out and put them in, and no one would ever have a clue.
Carefully take them out.
Well, now they're going to know that if you ever try to sell it and they listen to this.
If Farsender rats me out, because I know he's the only one probably listening to this whole thing.
If they make it through the bitch fest, then sure.
Yeah.
Just don't tell everyone your eBay name.
Well, they're gonna know once they see like an abundant amount of Funkos that you can't buy anywhere magically appear on eBay. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's that guy from that one podcast we listened to."
It's bad.
Just make sure Prickly Pete's not in any of the pictures.
There's a whole. I mean, you should see some of these bobbleheads for the Age of Ultron. I mean, it's just too much. I should not be allowed to create wish lists on toy store sites.
Did you buy any from Age of Ultron?
Not yet.
Well, there was the Hulkbuster.
Well, here's the deal. I was like, oh, I'm not going to get that. I'm not going to get it. And then at the end of the movie, I'm like, fuck, I need to get it. So
that one's not a bobblehead, is it?
No, it's a Kodabukaya, or however you say them. They have a Hulk and Hulkbuster. They're both separate statues. I think the Hulkbuster's like 160, the Hulk's like 70. And they actually can join together to recreate when they're both throwing a punch at each other. I'm like, fuck. I almost have to get it. I mean, it's not as...
you want
my
that.
best still is the maquette they used from the first Avengers to design the Hulk, and he's literally like fucking 3 feet tall, a badass. I mean, I talk to him sometimes at night. That's how big he is. I put him in the seat next to me and pretend that it's a real person.
So speaking of, we'll end on this note. Do you know why they called the Hulk, anti-Hulk AI Veronica? I know the answer.
I
don't
do
know.
too, only because I read a lot of random shit.
Oh, that's no fun. Anyway.
Archie,
don't.
right?
What?
Archie.
Yeah, it's because Bruce Banner, his wife, was Betty Ross. And what's the opposite of Betty? Veronica.
Oh.
There was another Archie reference, wasn't there? Like Friday or something? Or
Oh, I don't remember. I don't know what that's from. No, the other little Easter egg was when he's digging through all those AIs. There's one named Jocasta, and that's
Right, okay.
Ultron's wife, robot bride.
Got ya.
Oh.
Yeah, there.
I didn't know he had a robot.
Oh
bride.
yeah.
Well, the way Justin explained it, he had like a whole little robot family until everyone realized he was fucking sadistic, wanted to kill everybody. Right? I mean, wasn't the Vision essentially like his little bitch?
Well, when Ultron met Jocasta and they went out for dinner.
Yeah, they had a little in, out, and they had a little Vision guy.
And that's how robots are made.
Playing hide the zucchini.
Anyway.
The green zucchini.
All right, bring her home, Justin.
Anyway, that is what the team at Entertainment Buddha thinks about The Age of Ultron. We all think it was a pretty good movie. Pretty good.
Yeah, so just go see it, people. There you go. Summed up, done.
It's a Marvel movie. Go see it.
Yeah.
So now,
see it twice.
Anna, all your social networks, rattle them off.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Fabzilla. That's what I got for you. I tweet about random shit. You can follow if you want.
Is Instagram a thing anymore? Do people use that?
Oh, I still use my Instagram.
Instagram's huge.
Oh, I'm a dinosaur, I guess.
Dude, there's people that have careers on Instagram, literally, just taking pictures of products with themselves.
Like Funkos.
I wish I'd be making some cash, because that's about all I do on Instagram is pictures of my fucking Funko Pops.
Well, just gotta try a little harder, I guess. Just gotta get their attention.
Funko Pop. All right, well, you can reach me on Twitter at Mr. Funko Pops. I'm just kidding. It's at MATTRHEYWOD. The easiest way, just go to the site, meet the staff. You can find all our shit on there, all entertainmentboo.com socials. You know what to do. Follow us. Don't be a fuck up.
Exactly. Just what Matt said. And all his Funko stuff. Entertainmentbuddha.com.
Get some.
Get some Funkos.
Funko Pop! I need Funko.
He needs them to live. Before it was applause, but he's no longer Tinkerbell.
I can hear them talking to me. They're like, hey, we need some more friends.
Oh, could you imagine a horror movie with Funko
That's
Pops?
like Goosebumps.
And instead of Puppet Master,
Oh, yeah,
instead
Puppet
of
Master.
it'd be Funko
Night of
Pops.
Living Funkos.
Critters.
Funkos.
You would be like the Gulliver. And they would just tie you down.
Yeah.
Is that bridge too
Yeah.
far?
I love that story. You guys watched The Gullivers when Ted Danson did it for TV?
Or Jack Black did it.
Jack Black's that
Yeah.
movie's dumb, but the one Ted Danson did is like a TV miniseries. That was fantastic. Okay, well, Justin, what do you think, buddy? Time to hit stop.
No, let's just keep riffing.
All right.
Let Benson. Nah, I'm hitting stop.
Okay, bye. Okay, see everyone. Bye-bye. Pete, do you want to say anything? Yeah, he just sat here and laid on my iPad and chewed on a Darth Vader ragdoll I have.